The commentary hilariously skewers Harris' downfall, turning his son testimony into a cathartic fantasy and mocking Harris' weak defense, all while cleverly tying back to his own absurd rhetoric.
In a hearing with the state election board, Harris's own son testified that he'd repeatedly and explicitly warned his father.
Heard about this McRae guy, it seems to me like it may be kind of a shady character. I expressed my concerns based on everything that I did know up to that point, namely my belief that McRae had engaged in collecting ballots in 2016. I told him that collecting ballots was a felony.
I thought what he was doing was illegal, and I was right.
Wow. Most of us can only dream about saying I was right to our dads in an official setting. This guy just lived that dream. I only wish he'd gone for broke and brought up every other instance of his dad being wrong. And I was right about the garage door opener, and I was right about the turnpike being the fastest way to get to the movie theatre, and I was the one that knew that birds weren't mammals. They're birds, Dad. Birds is its own thing. I fucking knew birds was its own thing, and you didn't, Dad. Birds are birds, Dad. Birds are birds. And when asked why he'd ignored all of his son's warnings, Mark Harris's pushback was not impressive.
I'm his dad, and I know he's a little judgmental and has a little taste of arrogance.
Oh, excuse me? A taste of arrogance? That is an incredibly obnoxious thing to say about your own son. And as all this evidence piled up, what was meant to be a one-day hearing dragged into 4, and things got worse and worse for Harris. In fact, on Thursday, his own lawyer interrupted his testimony to ask for a recess, after which Harris did a complete U-turn, claiming recent health problems had impacted his ability to recall events accurately, and saying this.
It's become clear to me that the public's confidence in the 9th District seat general election has been undermined to an extent that a new election is warranted.
And that is the verbal equivalent of running out an emergency exit and setting off a fire alarm. And I would love to keep making fun of this story, but as Harris himself will tell you, the danger is, if they can get us to laugh at it now, we're just one generation away from being asked to accept committing election fraud as a purely alternative lifestyle.